The other ones are live, I think, episode 59. Let me change the titles. Is it episode 59?
Man, you're always asking
57?
and I quite literally
We
never
had.
know.
Oh, I titled last one 57 too. So we had 257. So this one is 50.
All right, man.
This is 59. I titled them both. 57. EP 59. What up? And Twitch can say whatever it says. I don't care. All right, we're cool. You good?
Yeah.
Double tap.
Tap the screen, baby.
I gotta get our likes up on TikTok.
Yeah, man.
All right. Let me crack.
That is crazy.
Is that satisfying?
To some people, yes.
Yeah.
Some people are really in it. Some dude that I used to work with, he was like one of those guys. Oh, gosh, are you doing ASMR?
Bro,
Yo.
I saw people doing that on
yeah. Some people are really into that sort of thing.
Spit on my drink.
Spit on your drink. It's crazy.
Spit it out, bro. Jesus Christ.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. All right, we'll get started. Everybody share the live. This is the last one of the year, but there's only 2 weeks left. So share it now.
Okay. All right.
All one of you that are watching right now.
A little demanding right now.
Now we get going. 2:30.
Thanks.
Doesn't matter.
Literally, I can just read where we started at, but it's fine.
Sure.
Whatever you want to do, man.
Or you want to do the infamous intro?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Real Deal Podcast with Mr. Haley. I am Cleon Deal. Happy to be here on December 13th, 2025, winding down to the end of the year. And I'm here with my Caucasian co-host, Mr. Brandon Haley. Give it up for him. Thanks for being here at your home, man.
Thanks for being here at my home, too. We switched it up. I think Cleon's doing the intros from now on. That was a little bit better than mine. I'm not going to lie. And no, I was going to say, you could just say, saltine or something.
Salt.
Just say cracker.
Okay.
It's not racist.
Yeah, right.
Black people are allowed to say the word cracker. I don't think there's any...
I appreciate your permission.
I don't think there's any issue in that at all. And I actually enjoy when they say that about white people. I think it's very funny.
Yeah, we're gonna have to take a poll on that one. I don't know if Brandon speaks for all of them or not.
Yeah, I guess speaking of that, we're bringing it to end of year recap, but I did see something on social media. I guess Bijan Robinson said something about like Smear the Queer, which is like a game.
yeah, I remember
like
that.
A game, right?
Yeah.
I didn't really see him say it. It was in a post-game interview.
Yeah,
with the Bucks heartbreaking loss. That is literally insane. I don't even know how that happened, but I digress. We won't talk about that. But I think that it's a little crazy that like he has to apologize for saying that, because we grew up and that was just the name of the game, right? It had it wasn't like a derogatory term versus anybody.
We had no idea.
We didn't make up the name of the game.
We didn't make it up.
We just played it, and that was the name of the game. So it's like another name of it is like throw them up, bust them up, Smear the Queer, or
I've never heard any of those other names.
Right? Yeah, because Smear the Queer was the easiest one.
Yeah.
To remember. We didn't invent those names. That was just the name of it when we started playing it. So I just thought that was, I mean, props to him for taking ownership and and apologizing. But
the PR thing.
But he grew up with it being called that name, just like we all did. And that has like, we didn't make that name. That's just the name of the game. That's what it was.
It is very interesting. I don't even know. Obviously, I never really know how games get their names, right? Because when you think about it, I'm like, so when the person did make that, what did you have in mind? Like, who was the first person to coin that term, and why
why did it stick?
Why smear? First of all, because I get it has to rhyme, right? I get you always want something to rhyme, but why is smear the word? I don't know. These are always, these are the kind of questions that I have, but you never really know.
Yeah, it just kind of was there, and everybody went with it. So I guess the name of it has to change. Throw them up, bust them up.
Is that? I guess.
I don't know. That was the only two names I ever heard when I was growing up.
Who invented the name? So I'm looking this up. The game, also called Kill the Carrier.
Oh yeah, apparently. I mean that's a little aggressive, but yeah,
does not have a single known inventor. It just caught on.
So it was the kids' fault, and that's just what it was.
Yeah,
that's just what it was. But
it's crazy.
Anyway, I thought that that was interesting since we're on the topic of controversial things to say, like the word cracker. Everybody's allowed to say that word. You have my permission.
Okay, great. Thanks, man.
But we wanted to do an end of the year recap. What we said we were going to do and didn't do. There's definitely some things that I said I was going to do and didn't do. Some things that I didn't say I was going to do and did. But yeah, we are on the last 2 weeks. So Christmas in 12 days. This is the last live of the year. And we want to do a little end of the year recap. How it started, how it finished, and I guess a little golden nugget or two going into the next year of 2026, which is crazy.
Yeah. So what happened in January, man? Let's start Q1. Let's start Q1, I guess. Let's go. What's going on?
I guess we can all look back, and a positive is that we started this podcast, and it's still going.
Yeah,
we've been doing like every other week the past couple of weeks with holidays and stuff. So we still appreciate you guys tuning in, listening, liking, commenting on the reels and stuff. That's my fault. Those haven't been posted as often, but
yeah,
we'll make sure we do that. But yeah, January, I remember one thing I said we were going to do with the podcast. I said we were going to do a retreat. We didn't do that. I do apologize. I'm not a man of my word. I take full responsibility for saying that and not planning that out. But a lot of things happen. Not good things happen that kind of that was not even an afterthought once these things went down.
Right.
But yeah, beginning of the year, what did I say I was going to do and didn't do? That's really where you got to kind of like reflect. And this podcast episode is my own time to reflect. So whenever you guys listen to this, make sure you take 10-15 minutes to reflect on the things that you said you were going to do and didn't do as well. And figure out why you didn't do them. What else did I not do?
Well, where are your written down goals at that you wrote down at the beginning of the year?
Write down goals. I just go with.
All right. Well,
so I guess write down your goals. But
you can't do. You told people to write down their goals. How are you telling people to do that? You didn't. Do that?
Here's my problem. I struggle with a lot of things, right? And here's one of my problems: is I get super motivated for a period of time, and I get super unmotivated for a period of time.
Because motivation is an emotion.
Exactly, and I'm an emotional being,
and that's the problem.
So just get rid of the emotions, and we'll be all right.
There you go.
But I know one thing is reading. I did some good with reading, but I wanted to read a book a month. I only got to 6 books.
Okay.
Well, so technically 5.5, so I can't even count that. But I did read 3 books in the Bible. So that's also a positive. So I guess if you want to count that to like the 5.5, so we're at like 8.5. So we're almost there, but not fully there, even though those books are like,
what 3 books were they?
Book of John, Proverbs.
Okay.
And I guess
all right. It's a book, but one of the easy to read.
It is in Matthew.
Okay.
And then I'm in the process of Acts. But like that's the thing. That's the thing with all this stuff that you're trying to do. Like sometimes it's difficult for me to stay consistent with it. So I definitely know how I operate. I do go through phases and things. And Yeah, I probably haven't read the Bible in like a month.
A month?
Yeah.
You don't even do the verse of the day thing?
Yeah, but I mean, that's like, yeah, you read it in church. I mean, like, actually dive in and read.
Okay, I'm with you.
Yeah,
I'm with
I
you.
will read it in church, or yeah, like the verse that pops up on your phone from the Bible app. You're like, yeah, you read that real quick. But I don't technically count that. I mean, like opening up my physical Bible, laying down or sitting down in the bed or sitting down at the table and actually reading it with intent. I haven't done that in like a month. So those are some of the things I haven't done. That's all I really think of. Reading.
Well, what have you done? You know, let's talk about the pot.
What haven't you done? What haven't you done?
That I said I was gonna do.
Yeah. What did you say you were going to do at the beginning of the year and you didn't do?
Nothing. I said I was gonna start a live stream. I started a live stream.
Yeah, okay, yeah. He did. By the way, that's Wednesdays at 8 p.m.
Wednesdays at 8 p.m.
on
YouTube, on TikTok, and on Twitch.
Yeah, what's Undecided ENT?
Undecided ENT, Undecided Deal on Twitch.
The book was part of my morning mama deal, but then I started working extra, and now my mornings are like 12 p.m.
Yeah. Brandon Brandon likes to do things like sleep. You know, we don't do that where we're from.
Not as of recently, it hasn't really been. It's been a lot of just work.
Work.
And Pokemon.
And there we go. Yeah,
it makes money. It's going to make money.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? That kind of we talked about, right? Because as we get into these things and try to add things to our plate, we got to make sure, obviously, we're not taking from the other things as well. And so that was kind of my biggest thing with setting out to do things. I'm like, I need to do like something that's going to make sure that it not take away from what we do here, to not take away from what we do on the music side of things. So that's why I had to do Wednesdays.
Right.
You know,
that's the only day.
Correct. Yeah. That's the only day I didn't have anything scheduled at the end of my day. So that's where I fit that in at.
It's just, what I need to do, and this is also important for you guys to like have a end of the year reflection and figure out where you are and where you want to be.
Yeah.
And then kind of work backwards. There's a lot of things that are in my head that I want to do. Like I started the nonprofit, right? But I haven't done anything else. I paid and applied. So it's literally like legal with the state. And then I got to pay to renew it next year, right? So that's there.
Okay, good.
What have I done to build it? Nothing. But it's there.
Because it's more time that you have to take and find.
It's more time, right? And then the Airbnb thing, right? I did look for a couple months, but then I stopped because I didn't find any deals. But something like that, you got to constantly be looking. Insurance. Well, I did take the test, but I
took the test.
But I didn't study. I didn't study really. That was like 3 months ago. I'm like, I'm gonna take it again. And it's like, all right, but now that's 4 months ago. But then there's I started something that I
wasn't planning on.
So it's like you have these ideas, and then it's like, all right, something else happens, then you just focus on that. And I enjoy, so like the other thing is like, selling Pokemon cards on Whatnot. So starting a brand and a business doing that.
Yeah.
Under the same umbrella of Real Deal Podcast. So it's like Real Deal Breaks, right? Keep everything. Real Deal ENT is coming soon. Keep everything under the same enterprise, right? Just to make it simple. That doesn't really make a lot of money, costs a lot of money to kind of get started because you need inventory, right? And then you have to be really consistent, but you can make money in it. But that's something that kind of has taken all of my interest. And when I'm interested in something, I'm more motivated.
Right. And I think
that's a problem sometimes.
I think that's part of the thing, right? We have to monitor your hyperfixations.
Yeah,
because you're like, it's good that you get a laser focus on things, but you can't let that be the only focus. Unless that is going to be your only focus.
I mean, if it turns into $1 million business, then it would be worth it, right?
Makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
It would make sense, but we don't know yet. It's important to be aware of things, right?
Yeah.
It's important to be aware of how you act in relationships, how you are emotionally, and how you are when it comes to motivation and work stuff. I know how I get. I like to do things that are usually a lot more difficult. Don't ask me why. I like chaos sometimes.
Yeah, we talk to your therapist about that.
This is my therapy. What you mean?
Okay.
And Monday night, and Wednesday night flag football. Oh yeah, I guess I started playing more flag football on Monday and Wednesday. So that's a good thing. My knee feels a lot better.
Okay. Even though you went out there a little bit too early.
Yeah, but you gotta force yourself back into some things and can't let your mind win on everything.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so those are some of the things that are like on the back burner of my brain mentally that I do want to get up and running as well. So once I can get this more self-sufficient, maybe just do it 1 day a week instead of the 2 days a week that I'm doing. Figure out shipping, or just do it 1 day a week and then do it with the other company that we talked about before. I don't know. There's a lot of things that go on, but there are so many things. It feels like I'm like, this is what I want to do, and then it's like I'm going to do it, then it doesn't get done.
Yeah,
it happens, man. It happens.
No, I did.
I am a human being. Just so you guys know, I am a human being.
I did plan on buying a property this year. I didn't get to do that, so probably not. But next year, I likely will be buying something.
Yeah.
A new residence. So, be on the lookout for that.
Be on the lookout for that.
I was planning to build our Undecided Music page to 500 subscribers on YouTube. I think we're not there, obviously.
Yeah.
I think we're like a little bit under 300, which I'm like, it's good to have because 500 is where you can monetize it.
We did plan to monetize this too, but
so
we're just still going for free, the freebies.
Well, that's the other thing. I think that we need to figure out where we want to, how do we want to build this thing as well, as far as our other platforms, and figure out what the best strategy for that is. Obviously, we want this to look like Christmas time next year.
Yeah. Because it's been, a year and 2 months so far, right?
Yeah, just about that. So I think that's something that we got to do for us. I did get a new job, which that was a plan of mine.
GG's in the chat.
So a little bit more income, not more disposable income, just more income as you. It's like the more money you make, the more things you gotta spend money on. That's just life. Feels like.
It's so crazy when you think about that. From saying that, I'm just like, there was a point in my life where I'm like, yo, if I could get to like have this much saved or like get to this point, and I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna be good.
Yeah.
And then you get there, you're like,
I'm not good.
It's like, dang, this is like nothing. I mean, price of everything goes up, but it's like so much more to spend money on. But I mean, I try and be frugal wherever I can, but then sometimes you just spend money on things. It's like, man. Then you just look at other people, you're like, well, why they got so much money? And then you start to compare. You're like, man, I'm really behind. But just understand, everybody is running their own race. Everybody's running their own race, and none of this materialistic stuff really matters. How you treat people matters, and then if you're going to spend or how you're going to spend your life in eternity is really what matters. So I think, at least for me, I sometimes forget that, and like when I look at other people's successes and their highlight reels on Instagram, you're like, man, that's a nice car. That's a nice house. She's got how many properties at this age? I'm like, man, okay. I got 0 at 32. No wife, no kids. I'm like, man, I kind of feel behind when you start to look at everybody. I'm like, my buddy just bought his second house and he's married. I'm like, kind of feel behind sometimes.
Yeah.
But everybody's on their own race.
Well, so that's why you need your own measurements, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's yeah. I mean, something that we're working on, obviously. I mean, I guess how would you classify this? Like, was this a success for you? Do you feel like this was a successful year for you?
When I look back on this year, the 2 words that kept coming to my mind were fever dream.
Okay.
And how this year had started was phenomenal. And the way I envisioned it ending, definitely didn't happen from how January and February started. Everything. I thought it was like, this is the year. You get really rich. You settle down. You find your wife.
Okay.
And in those 2 months, everything was falling into place for all that to happen. And then it just started all collapsing. And you guys know most of it. I mean, we talk about it almost every week on certain things. literally just all started falling apart. And it's like, all right, God, what are you trying to tell me? So the good thing is, it did help shift focus towards God, but that's a daily discipline that I got to continue to keep with myself. But it was just like the way I thought this year was going to start. I mean,
And
starting like literally learning how to source, ship, sell Pokemon cards online. Like I didn't think I was going to be doing that, but I didn't know how to ship or get a label printer or print labels and do all that fun stuff either. But we learned it.
Okay.
And shout out, so and so's mom. She actually works at USPS, so she actually helped me with some of that.
So
shout out her. I do appreciate you.
And so's mom.
We ain't saying no names, but
Brandon's talking to moms. He shouldn't still be.
Moms love me. I can't help it.
Obvious. I mean, how hard are moms to win over these days?
I don't know. I would hope it would be a little bit difficult with some of the dudes that we
I'm
see.
undefeated. I haven't met a mother that didn't like me. Maybe it's us. Maybe it's them.
Though. You're a different breed.
Yes,
though. You know what I'm saying? It's
a different guy.
It's different breed. I can go in there with half my body covered in tattoos still, and then
who is this thug?
Yeah, and today like, all right, he opens up like, all right, yeah, we like this guy. This should be your husband. And then they pick somebody else. Like, all right. It's like an episode of Love Island or something. That was also big this year.
That was very big this year.
That was also big.
Very interesting concept of a show.
Yeah, and Love is Blind. Cleon still got to watch eventually, but he doesn't have Netflix, guys. So somebody donate $9 a month for Cleon to get Netflix.
Thank you. I'm trying to save for a house, so I can't spend the
extra
money.
Donate $9 a month. We need Cleon to watch it so we can talk about it. I mean, I guess you probably could just find the recaps on YouTube.
Probably.
But yeah, that was man, just how the year started. It's like, all right, everything finally coming into place. Got baptized again as an adult. Everything was looking good.
Right.
And then, just boom, all went away. And that's life. That's life. You got to be able to roll with the punches, the good, the bad, the ugly, and get back on your high horse and keep on moving, man. Life don't start for nobody. Don't stop for anybody.
Yeah.
So it was a year, that's for sure. And when everything starts to kind of go, I don't know if you have these kind of emotions, but when everything starts to not go your way, you start to get a little depressed or in your feelings, and then that kind of can affect your day-to-day life. So I was super unmotivated in every other area of my life for months, except for just going to work because that's what I had to do. But some days it was like I didn't even feel like doing anything or moving. And if you have emotions, you guys know what I'm talking about.
If you
I don't know if Cleon's ever felt like truly depressed to where you've been so unmotivated to move. But if you have, you guys know what I'm talking about. It's not a fun feeling, but it's just like you have, or I guess this is like a different term, when you have too much to do where you do nothing.
Yeah,
that happens to me.
It's like paralysis.
Yeah, it's like, bro, I got this, and this, and then you just end up doing nothing the entire day.
Yeah,
that happens too.
Yeah, it's one of like for me to answer your question. No, not really. I don't really feel like there's been times in my life where things have certainly been tough, but unfortunately, I have never really had the luxury of just not doing anything. Like I can't. That's just not how I work.
What about when that car situation happened?
Yeah, that was terrible. Wow, that was awful. But at the same time, we were still selling insurance, so still 100% commission.
Yeah,
I can't. I don't have the time. My rent. I need a place to live. I maybe that's the issue, right? I haven't really I don't know, maybe feeling things is a luxury. I haven't had the time to be able to sit in the space and just not move.
You just stay so busy to where
because I have to.
I don't know how like Kobe is sometimes, bro. He just always on the go. Like, there's always like it's got something happening, or like an event, or like a graduate. I'm like, bro, like he just came back from because he works on a Disney project in Orlando, so he he lives there half the time, then lives here.
Mhm.
Then he came back on Friday. He's like, oh yeah, I gotta go to graduation. Then I was like, all right. And the graduation in Tampa, and then they stayed at a hotel close to USF.
Mhm.
I'm like, you didn't just drive back, and then who knows where that
Yeah,
man is. Like, it's like I see him like once every 10 days. I'm like,
right,
bro, you all right?
yeah, it's
I understand.
yeah, it's tough. Like like at those times, for me, like you talk about when my car just kind of it broke down all those years ago. It was one of those things for me where like that was probably one of the roughest times probably ever.
Yeah.
But thankfully, I mean, I had good people around me. But when things are like you talk about, just thing going wrong after going wrong after going wrong after going wrong, usually what happens is I ask myself, I'm like, what's happening right now? And, like that's how I talk to myself. I'm like, bro, what's going on right now? You know, and then we lock back in and we figure it out.
What's going on?
You figure out obviously what you can control. What are the controllables of this situation? Okay, cool. So let's focus on those things that I can't do now. Could I have controlled the car breaking down? I just had to pay for oil changes. I have money for oil changes, or maybe I did. I didn't want to spend it. I don't know. But you're right. I did, and I also didn't ask for help. That is also very, very true. With a lot of people around me that probably would have been willing to help, didn't do it. I was also just living crazy at that's the other. Thank God for growth.
We don't even need to talk about that.
But yeah, so yeah, quarter one this year, first 3 months, like you talked about, obviously, you know, right, it started well, rough times. For me, a little bit more just gradual. I think probably from January to March is when I was starting to transition from one. I think April is when I started the second job that I was going into. So I mean, first couple months of the year were pretty much the same as like the last quarter of the year before. I hadn't started really anything new, but we set a plan on our music side, which we did a decent job of adhering to. So we did a thing where basically we were doing an original song, a video, then an alternate version of that original song, and then another video. So basically, essentially like a song or two a month, basically, and just kind of up on that cycle. Which we did a decent job. I think probably we put out like 10 songs this year, 10 to 12, something like that. So we're behind on a few things, but for the most part, we were there. I think we did a good job there.
Yeah, the consistency.
Yeah.
Just like in the book Atomic Habits, it's like those little tiny habits, like over the course of 10 years, are going to compound. That's why, like, I look at this thing too. Is like, I know we don't have money. Like, this doesn't produce any money right now
at this current juncture.
But it's like, if you do it for years and years and years, it's like eventually, right? It's eventually going to, something's got to give, right? You would imagine.
Well, as long as we take the proper steps to grow the platforms as we should be, then yes.
We got to call up Dre. We are going to have him back eventually. He said he wants to do like a step-by-step on how to build a brand, how to build a brand from like start to finish, and then like screen share and like go through all the whole steps and process of like what he did with his clothing brand too. And how, well, I mean, he told you guys how it's a 7-figure business now, but just go through the steps of it. Free information. That's going to be another good one. But also listen to his last episode, or the episode we did with him called 4 Seasons with Dre. That gives a lot of gems on starting a business and building a brand, on helping build a brand. Yeah, we gotta figure it out, I guess.
Okay.
We'll figure it out. Just stay consistent. We're gonna stay consistent. We know that for sure. We're gonna stay consistent. We do know that for sure. And then everything else, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, marketing is always the biggest thing. I think there's probably a few things that we talked about doing or discussing that we probably didn't do here. Exactly.
Yeah. We gotta get back in the Trello board with everything all planned out.
But we had a bunch of topics. But what happened is that a lot of those things started to kind of bleed into each other.
Yeah.
I think that probably for us, maybe one of the things that we need to, because the thing is, we can pick one thing and talk about that. So maybe not everything needs to be said. I don't know. This is us just talking to each other right now, guys. Sorry.
That's what a podcast is.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
It's just us two usually yapping anyways.
Yeah, so I think that because of the way our minds work, we can find something like we talk about, which is one of the reasons why, which we did do, right? We got a lot more active on social media like TikTok.
Yeah.
And so now there's a decent amount of engagement that we've been able to create there, which is going to give us a lot more content. I think that the more that we can discuss the different sides of topics that we already discussed, because sometimes it's just us. So then when we go here, we see, oh, wow, there's a whole other perspective of this thing.
Yeah, literally on everything. Everybody has an opinion
on everything.
Yeah, on relationships. It's kind of crazy. So
it's quite the interesting thing. Right now I'm on the Real Deal Convos TikTok talking about cheating, which is obviously a very hot button issue. Having a lot of fun
every time. Every time it is.
Every single time.
TikTok is a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. What do you feel like you struggle with the most this year, or something you feel like you're currently struggling with?
I think so. My issue, and probably part of our issue, is I don't like being in front of cameras.
He's in front of a camera 2 times a week, Chad.
Yeah, like I'll do this, but as far as like taking pictures or like making actual like promotional videos, that's one of the things that I struggle the most with. But I also, and the aggravating part about it is, I know that if we want to build our platforms here, and if I want to build our music platforms, those are things that I have to do. Yeah. And without some sort of team or somebody walking around, hey, you have a camera, hey, let's go do this.
I know.
That's what I struggle, because I have to go out somewhere, plan to go make some videos or plan. I don't even like taking pictures. My mom know that. My girl know that. Everybody know I don't like it. But I have to go out there and do that if I want to grow these things. So that's what I've struggled with the most this year, and it's still struggling with today.
Because this is kind of like, for us to record, like we kind of both hold each other accountable, even when we're busy. It's like, all right, no, it's still got to be done because I'm showing up at this time. So it's like, all right, we still got to do it. If it was just a one-person podcast, there would probably be way less episodes. It would probably be way. I'd be like,
one person meaning Brand.
It would just be like, man, there's only gonna be 3 people in there, maybe 5 people in there. Yeah, we just do it a different time. But that's how it goes. So it's like, it's funny, like other people can hold you accountable. Same thing, like I pick Thursday nights now to go live on Whatnot, right? And people can bookmark it and stuff. But it's like, even if I don't feel like it, I kind of have to do it, because like that is what I'm telling everybody when I'm staying live. So you have to stay consistent. Even if you don't sell a lot of stuff, it's still like part of the process of like, pick a day, stick to it, get it done regardless of how you feel about it. Especially when it's something with like a live, other people start to not necessarily like depend on you,
but they're expecting you to be
there. So they're expecting,
and when they stop expecting you to be there, they stop looking for you.
Exactly. So in order to build anything, especially when it comes to like going live or live selling or anything like that, it's like you have to stay consistent. And that's like how we said Saturdays, right? Every Saturday. Now we kind of do like every other Saturday, but it's like Saturdays is our day. Saturdays at 7, sometimes, 7:30, 8 o'clock. But Saturdays at 7, like that's the Real Deal podcast time. We go live Saturdays at 7. We upload the last week's episode on Saturday, Sunday latest. And then that's what it is. So every Saturday at 7, this is where we're going to be going live, except for the next 2 weeks. Enjoy your Christmas and Happy New Year in advance. But the next 2 weeks, and this might actually be the last podcast we record in this room. Might be the very last one. Because this room is moving. So,
well, Brandon's moving. The room will probably still be here.
All right. You guys know what I mean.
Just want to make sure we're all on the same page that this room will not be moving from this place of residence.
That'd be interesting if it was. So, what do you feel like you're struggling with personally? I guess does that kind of count as personal?
I mean, kind of, not kind of.
Cleon's a machine, guys. If you just need advice, just go to Cleon, man. No emotions. Machine just wakes up and works, and That's it, regardless of what's going on in life.
Well, what's important, I
Mhm.
because like you talk about a lot is the feeling of a feeling of a feeling of a lot of things, and
Right.
that's now I do have feelings, guys. Contrary to popular belief, I do have them, but I understand their inherent need to interfere with the things that we have to do.
Mhm.
Feelings interfere with consistency because feelings aren't consistent. So
Bars.
obviously, if you depend on your feelings to do something,
Mhm.
then that's the bottom line is like when it comes to, let's say, like us doing what our music is like.
Mhm.
I love music, so I don't have to feel like doing it because I do love it.
Right. Right.
It's
Right.
kind of like we talk about in marriage when my mom talked about we didn't
Mhm.
always like each other, but we always loved each other, so we
Mhm.
still woke up every day and did the marriage.
Mhm.
So maybe that's the key, falling in love with what you're doing, so that way even when you don't feel like doing it, and even when it feels like it's not being profitable or feel like it's
Mhm.
not growing, you still get up and do it.
Mhm.
um Now, me personally, what did I struggle with this year? Let's be transparent. What did I struggle
Mhm.
with? I would say there were probably maybe one or two, and maybe in my relationship. I
Mhm.
won't say the relationship struggled. I won't say I struggled in the
Mhm.
relationship, but I probably there were some time there was just us growing, as we take more and more steps to becoming more and more serious
Mhm.
on this thing. I still realize that there's certain habits that I still need to get out of,
Yeah.
that obviously do affect your partner. And thankful for her, she's been very, very patient
Mhm.
with me. So, what are the habits, Cleon? What are you talking about? You're speaking so cryptically. I'm glad you asked. I have like PTSD, so like I don't like nobody touching my phone. Now, so in your relationship, obviously that's it's a red flag. Not to say that your partner should be going through your phone,
Yeah.
but if for one day they wanted to hold it, you shouldn't feel the need to flinch at it. I flinch a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The Now for me, there's obviously reasoning behind that, which has nothing to do with her. Like, I remember there was a time where a young lady that I was with, she went through my phone. We
Mhm.
ended up arguing about something she found that happened 2 years prior to when I had even met her, because I
Right.
don't
Right.
really delete things from my phone.
Mhm.
And I'm like, why are we arguing about this? Because this
Mhm.
happened even before I knew you.
Mhm.
So that was my issue. So what I figured is
Like.
that anytime you go through a phone, you're going to find what you're
Uh-huh.
looking for. I don't feel like arguing with you about something that from
Mhm.
a perspective that I no longer have. So I'd rather just keep this to myself, or make
It's
that.
like, did she not think that you didn't have game back then or something?
Come on
Like,
now. Like
how did I get you? What
you
you
think
mean?
you're the first girl I ever knew? What are we talking about right
you,
now?
you think this game happened
You
overnight?
see that? That was some of my best work right there. I
I
think,
stopped myself now,
thankfully,
thankfully.
I think if I remember this correctly, right? I think her issue was that she had said something like you don't talk to me like that,
Oh
basically. And
yeah.
I was like, I didn't need to. This
Different strokes for different
like
folks.
this was a girl that I had never really like, that it was a girl like I wasn't ever like with. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It was kind of like a long distance thing that never ended up happening. We were, just we're never in the correct
Mhm.
place. So, you start talking a little bit different when it's a thing that's probably not gonna happen.
Yeah,
You get to talk a little
I
bit
agree.
heavier.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah. You get it.
Old me.
Yeah,
Old me.
you get to say a little stuff that's
Yeah.
a little crazy.
Yeah,
Right?
a little bit
I
crazy.
know. I know what you mean.
Yeah, but I understood, obviously, in my life, that the merit that those things hold when the person's sitting right in front of you.
Mhm.
You can tell some girl who's halfway across the country that you're gonna marry her, right?
Yeah.
You got like probably like 5 girls you owe proposals to, Brandon. I might have a couple as well. But if it's a
Yeah, that whole when we turn 30 and we're not married, I don't know who I told that to, but 32
you're
not
2 years
married.
late, baby. What are we doing?
Yeah.
So this is like things like, but when the person's sitting right there in front of you, when you say those same things, now you're setting an expectation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I actually
saying?
come to think about it. I think one of the girls that I did, I think she actually is married right
Oh wow.
now. So
What a jerk. I can't believe she didn't wait for you.
kind of glad she's white.
um
Just kidding.
wow. So like I was saying, that's probably one of the things that I won't say that I'm a secretive person, but that's something that I do know that I need to get out of the habit of, is whenever somebody reaches for that, I'm very, very uncomfortable when anybody's holding my phone.
I usually am too, but it's like, I mean, if I'm dating a girl, I guess it depends on where we're at in the relationship. But yeah, it's about the old stuff. It's like, what if they go through it and it's like, all right, bro, this was like old.
Like,
So
why are
it's
we
like,
doing this?
But at the end of the day, whatever. I don't really care.
Well, yeah, you don't have to care now. Me,
I don't. Yeah, I'm literally.
It is what it is.
None of that stuff really matters. I'm big chilling, just working.
Yeah.
Not even focus on that.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, maybe. Who knows?
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I be just trying to tame myself. It's difficult. It's difficult sometimes. That's why I feel like one of the toughest things I struggle with is like lust.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like at the beginning of the year, when I was in that relationship, like didn't have any. So it was like, I'm like, okay, thinking this is it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even like lust over her. So I'm like, this is different. So
she probably hated that.
Who knows? I don't know. I mean, we had the conversation at the beginning, you know, like attempt to wait till marriage,
right?
Wait till marriage, keep God first and all that. But then, after that happened, then, little summer fling kind of thing. No sex though.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I'm like, dang.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's like, it's free because it's not like, not saying like the game is easy, but like,
the game is easy. I'll say it. if he won't say it, I'll say it.
It's like
it's not difficult, and that's the problem.
Yeah, and that's where it's like, do I really want to be back in that life? It's like unfulfillment. It's fun, and I'm telling you, it's so much fun, especially when you can have conversations with women, be their friend, do all the fun stuff, and then
friend.
Well, use
that loosely.
And then have the conversation of like, this is all it's going to be. So you literally just use each other for their body, for your bodies, and that's all it's going to be. And you're on the same page, and it doesn't always work out, but you have that conversation beforehand,
right?
Which I preach that if you're going to do that kind of stuff, you do have that conversation. So that way, because when you have sex, emotions start to
right. Which is why it doesn't even matter if you have that conversation. You just shouldn't do it.
Yeah, or just be like me and don't have sex at all and just flirt with girls and be all right. But I feel like that is currently like one of the things that I struggle with, is just that aspect of life, and it's just like, let the dog out the cage sometimes. I've been thinking like, go let the dog out the cage. But it's a real struggle, man. It's a real struggle out there. I gotta stay off my phone sometimes and be like, just don't text me back or don't respond to my DM, please.
I was in a bad place when I sent that message.
Yeah, it's like, nah. Where's my Bible? I just gotta start praying. So that's definitely something that I was really good at it, or like way under wraps, like towards the beginning of the year when I'm in that relationship. Like I didn't care to touch or be with any other girl except for this girl, and then I didn't even care to like do anything sexual with her. I just like wanted to be with her for her. And after that, it kind of like started coming back a little bit. I'm like, damn.
Well, yeah, that's the beauty of it, is that it's never fully going to go away.
But I mean, I've been really good considering what I do for work. It could be.
But that's the other. So that's the other thing, though, right? Because it's like, how much interest, right? Because even if I was single, and I'm like, how much interest would I really have in another messy thing? Like, I think because we're looking right, and I think we're looking three steps ahead now, rather than looking at the immediate thing, like the immediate and instant gratification. But I know that in 3 months, it's going to be really tough to get rid of this person, because I know that this was all this was, and I don't feel like doing it. I'm old now. I don't feel like doing it.
Right. That part I think about too, and then I also think about like, if or once I do it again, just I know I'm going to instantly regret it. It's like, is it really worth? Is it really worth like
Right.
doing that? It's like, nah, when it's gonna. I just know I'm gonna feel even more like so guilty and stuff.
Mhm.
So I'm like, yeah, let me just keep it under wraps. But that was definitely something that I struggle with.
Mhm.
Throughout the year, though, I have depression sometimes. Life happens. Um, we go through that. Normal people go through that. It's completely normal. Make sure you have a good, except for Cleon. You guys like normal people. I mean, I can't say everybody does, but I think it is common
Mhm.
that people get depressed or seasonal depression, whatever you want to
Well,
call
let's
it.
because I think that's a good
Mhm.
thing. But like, what do we label as that? Because because we talked about, I think on one of our episodes, I think when your pastor was here, when we
Yeah.
talk about what we're labeling things,
Yeah.
because when you label something
'Cause
as
there- there-
depression, that's
It's
a
power in
thing.
it.
That you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? That's a powerful thing.
Uh-huh.
So you know what I'm saying. So that's I try to get an idea when people say that they're
Yeah.
depressed. What do you mean
I
by that?
usually, I mean, I think when it comes to that, there's people who publicly announce that and they just want attention and stuff. Anytime that I'm going through that in my life, I usually really don't talk to too many people,
Mhm.
except for my mom. It's not something that I'll say it on the podcast because we are a hot podcast, humble, open, and transparent. But it's not something that I'm just gonna
Right.
call, hey Cleon, bro, I'm having bad thoughts or I'm depressed, and
Mhm.
I like if I have those kind of things going on, that's usually something I'll call my mom and talk to her about, or sometimes my pastor. But even then, sometimes for me, I know like I'm not going to do anything off the rails
Mhm.
except for maybe lose a lot of money.
Which is probably the biggest thing, the worst thing that you can do.
Right? I'm not going to do anything off the rails where like I'm going to take my own life or anything crazy like that. I just need that time to be away and
Mhm.
alone and work through it by myself usually. And it happens. And everybody, goes through those phases of their life differently, but it's important to remember like that's not your entire life. Like it's a season,
Mhm.
and seasons end.
Mhm.
You will go through that season again after it ends, and it happens in different ways. Like when I was younger, when I had car issues, I would be like super super depressed because I didn't have rich parents or wealthier parents that could buy me a vehicle that was super dependable, right?
Mhm.
So little things like that. Now, you're as your life progresses and those seasons come back, you're going to be depressed about different things, and you just got to figure out what works for you, whether it's your close friends and family, activities, doing something that you care about, reading. There's a lot of different things that you can find a hobby. You don't just want to just be soaking in your room and melting in your bed all day and just watching TV and eating popcorn and
Yeah, man, get
food.
up.
Yeah, like find
Go
a
get some
hobby.
sun.
That's okay a day or two. Definitely sun. That definitely helps, especially in the summertime. You just walk out outside barefoot. There's some science in that. Barefoot on the grass. There actually is some science in that. And in the summertime, I would force myself, like when I was going through it, it was around the summertime, I would force
Mhm.
myself to go out and definitely be in the sun for a little bit, walk around the backyard. Little things like that that would actually help start your day, getting sunlight. Yeah, don't stay in the cave all day. But
Mhm.
for me, I know like I do need a little bit of alone time, and I just don't do anything. No on the phone, just me and the TV, or I'll call my mom if it gets too bad. But other than that, it's like you have to allow yourself to move through it. And everybody moves through those kind of emotions differently, but figure out what works for you and move through it that way. Those would be like the two biggest things that I struggled with this year.
Mhm.
But I'm fine now. I'm fine now. No depression. No depression. But like it happens. It happens. People think like some people think that like I'm not a human being. I'm a human being.
Mhm.
And I get depressed sometimes, and things happen in life where things don't go my way, and it's like, God, what are you trying to teach me? It's like, okay, well, none of this stuff really actually matters.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
the other
we're
thing.
all like here
A lot of stuff don't be
very
mattering.
we're here very like it's a temporary time that we're here on this earth, and I've already spent 30 of those years here, 32. to be exact. So it's like it's a very limited time that we have on here. A lot of the stuff that we think matters really don't matter. And one of the biggest things I had to remind myself this year was that my timeline doesn't matter.
Mhm.
God's timeline is the one that really matters. Don't be looking at anybody else's timeline. People getting married, like my little baby stepsister that I grew up with,
Mhm.
my stepdad's daughter. She's like, how? Like 22, 23,
Mhm.
married, and is pregnant again with her second child.
Oh gosh,
And I'm
sounds terrible.
11 years old, or what, 9 years old, or something like that.
Yeah.
And single with no kids that we know of, right?
Yeah. Well, what?
I mean, they would have to be over a year and like 3 months old at this point if they're out there, because it's been that long. So some good stuff happened, some bad stuff happened, and we keep moving along, man.
Yeah, my twin sister got married. You got to think about what that does, to the family. Sends them in a frenzy.
Yeah. When are you?
Yeah. Hey. So hey.
Yeah, man. It was my mom's very understanding, and she usually knows all the situations. Yeah. I mean, she is a grandma. Dang,
yeah.
I guess you're getting up there. That's another thing about holidays, man. I was thinking about is like when you go and see your family, and every year it's like everyone's just getting older.
Everybody's just getting older. It's weird.
And I'm like, I get sad. I'm like, man, we don't have many. Like, there's not many of these gatherings left
with these immediate people.
Yeah. And of course, eventually you're going to be the uncle, you're going to be the grandpa. But yeah, I kind of think about those things too. I was like, dang, mom's getting old. But yeah, she's very understanding. And when that time comes, hopefully it's one and done. You know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully I don't end up in 2 marriages, because that's the last thing. If I waited this long, that's the last thing that's gonna happen.
That's what I plan on doing it one time. We're gonna do this one time and one time only.
And I think now, especially after stopping having sex, and then the situation that happened earlier in this year, I'm just so much more like the speed is so much slowed down now. It's like, hey, if it's gonna work, it's gonna work. If it's not, I ain't chasing it.
So what's the plan for next year?
What's the plan? What business wise?
No, in these aspects that we struggled in. What's the goal? Do you want to find?
It's not my timeline. It's God's timeline. If it works out, it works out.
You still have desires, though. What do you want?
The lack that desire definitely isn't as strong as it used to be. At this point, I'm just focused on working and building stuff there, because there's so much stuff in my mind that I want to get done. And I just know relationships slow them down. And
well, they don't have to,
They don't have to, right? But I know how I operate, right? I'm a very emotional person.
Yeah, we got to fix that.
Yeah. So they slow me down because I put a lot of time and effort into a relationship when I'm in one. Like, I don't know if you saw like her birthday crap, right?
Yeah.
When I showed you all that, like that's a lot of time.
That's outrageous.
Thought, energy and effort when I'm very invested in something. So
Brandon wraps gifts, ladies, just in case you're wondering.
Excellent.
Hand wraps them. He's good at it too. I'm gonna put it in a bag and put some parchment paper on it.
I'm excellent at a lot of things that I do with my hands, ladies. I'm just. That's a joke. Just kidding, guys. That was a joke. End of the year joke is a joke.
Everybody calm down.
Right? But I just know for me, like, that's how I operate. And when I'm so invested into a relationship and it ends, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do anything.
Well, and that's the thing. I think
so because just stay away.
It makes it easy to not want to do that stuff again because of how much of that emotion that you put into it. That's why that's why we talk about just gradually getting into those things. I think you were probably doing a little bit too much too early
But that's how my emotions operate, right?
And that's the problem, right?
You think emotionally and not logically.
We got to go more slow burn rather than spark.
I even said it and tried it. It's not. That's just how I felt.
You think that
just because I said it, that's how it's gonna work? Not always, but I did. That was the intent. That was really that was my intent. And I thought I was going pretty slow. It was just kind of feelings happen, and I was like, all right, well, like now I'm fully invested, and well, they weren't. And then here we are. But that's like I just feel like I have so much stuff that I really want to get built, and that slowed me down. It took away my vision on the things that I needed to do. I mean, obviously I'm still working, making money,
right?
There's a lot of things I want to build for myself that we've spoken about, that some have started, one's in the process of going, and now like with selling live on Whatnot, it's like other people count on me to be live at that certain time, right? Every Thursday, and Sundays are like hit or miss, but I still go live on Sundays before work. So it's like other people count on me, so I can't not do that, and they count on me to ship out faster, so I have to dedicate a whole nother day to sort, ship, or package and ship, do all that. So it's like now that takes all of my time. So it's like there's a lot of stuff that I don't want to distract myself from, because there's a lot of stuff I want to continue to build. Yeah.
Okay, so what do you want to build next year? Let's go three things that you want to focus on.
I have to one Airbnb property.
Okay.
Because that's over a year due. I need to figure out the nonprofit. I need to at least create one school event.
Okay.
For that. And then I do want to get relicensed too, 215 relicensed. So definitely those three things.
There you go. Good.
Definitely those three things business-wise. Make sure we still stay consistent in our podcast. But as you guys can see, when life comes up, we did a full year, never miss a Saturday. Now we're minimum going to do every other Saturday, just so you guys know, because life does happen. There are some other things that we want to build and do for ourselves. But we're still going to be consistent. And as soon as this grows and builds and money's flying in, we'll do this thing every day. We'll do this.
It's crazy.
If we're making a lot of money, we'll do this thing every day. We'll do this thing. This will be our full-time job. So whatever takes fire first, that's going to be our full-time job. I even told Cleon, I said, hey man, if this card thing starts to take off, I said, hey, you coming on live and we're both selling. Like, hey, so there's a Real Deal Breaks and the Real Deal Podcast. You know what I'm saying? So Real Deal ENT is next, guys. So sorry about you guys that are undecided, but we're merging. We're merging the Real Deal ENT. Real Deal Enterprise Takeover. And just stay consistent in all the stuff that we do. And I look back on things, I'm like, every time I start to feel behind, then I'm like, okay, no, well, like, we're taking steps. We said the podcast 2-3 years later, we actually started one. It's like, sometimes that's the timeline. Sometimes, it takes a little minute, and there's other things that I want to do. Sometimes it's going to take a little minute. So be kind to yourself, and have these reflections, especially these yearly reflections. Write down your goals consistently. That's where I fail. I write them down one time. I'm like, all right, wait, what am I doing? Then life happens. Then you get lazy. You get unmotivated. You're like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Then tomorrow turns into 4 months. And you're like, oh man, I didn't get anything done. So I do like the live stream selling stuff, because that does it no matter what. Other people are expecting me to be there. So it definitely holds me accountable. And I'm I don't know what the word to describe it is. Sometimes a perfectionist, like I want everything to be perfect, especially or good if it has my name on it. So I don't wait to ship either. So then the next day is literally spent 6 to 8 hours, or I'll say like 5 to 8 hours, depending on how many orders it is, just literally shipping, sorting, packaging, and then shipping out on Saturday. So it's like, because you want to have fast shipping as well. So that's where we're at.
Gotta figure out a way to streamline that stuff. 5 to 8 hours, crazy.
Eventually, yeah. I'm going to hire somebody. I have offers. But there we go, Chap. I have to struggle, right? I can't let it be a woman. because I do all the shipping at home, so it's like,
Yeah, we need to keep her away from here. This dungeon. Do you? This is a random question that I just thought of as you were talking. Do you have a primary care doctor?
I do have a primary care, but I didn't go this year. I was actually thinking about that.
Okay.
It's at USF Health by Davis Island.
Okay.
By the hospital, and I was thinking, yo, I actually had an appointment this year and I missed it. So yeah, that was one of the things. Like being an adult, you have
a dentist.
Right? I do have a dentist. Actually, shout out my chiropractor. His wife is actually a dentist, and she
has her own office, or
she's about to start her own practice. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So well, they just had a kid. So congratulations, Dr. G.
Yeah.
Shout out Dr. G. He's supposed to be on
yeah, but he had a kid.
Be on the podcast last February.
Yeah.
But yeah, his wife, she's actually really good. She redid my my crown.
Okay.
Like I had a crown and it had to get redone because the first person who did it like years and years ago when I was like 21, didn't do it fully corrected. But yeah, she did that. So she's really good. So highly recommend her, Dr. Aslan, to be. Don't have a brick and mortar of where her office is going to be right now, but if you guys are looking for a dentist. But yeah, got them both.
Okay, good. And you went to your dentist this year?
Yeah. Okay. I had to go to her a couple times because she did some work on my mouth.
Gotcha.
I was another like 2 G's, 3 G's.
G's. Okay.
Yeah.
I know that's those expensive.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was just wondering because obviously as men, we got to do a better job taking care of our health. Especially as we age.
Make sure you get your facials done too. Microneedling.
Yeah, that's a little bit different. That's
white people. You for sure need it as you age. Let you know now.
Microneedling is a wealthy to rich man sport.
I mean, it's not terrible. Yeah. I mean, dentist is expensive. Dentist can be expensive too.
Well, if you're going to dentist with your insurance.
Well, I ain't got work insurance. Mine was out. So
right. So you see the difference. Most people are going to that based off their insurance.
I've never had a corporate job.
Yeah, it's nice. We have benefits. So
I got a degree. Hey, if all don't work out, I'm gonna become a cop and arrest everybody.
What? That's crazy.
They got benefits.
So do other things, but hey, if that's what you want to do.
People used to think I was a cop all the time selling life insurance. You a cop? It's like, no, bro, I'm just white.
With the mustache sometimes.
In the hood. I'm just white in the hood. Yeah. With a big the little thing to hold my laptop.
Yeah, they thought you were undercover or something.
Kind of did look like one.
Probably. But yeah, we just gotta make sure we're taking care of ourselves. I didn't get a doctor's visit this year because I changed jobs, and so I had the process of finding a physician takes months for me.
USF Health.
Yeah, but because I have to look at for the ones within the network of my insurance. And
USF Health is usually pretty good with a network with most things.
Yeah, but I have to check first.
Hard to find one, and USF Health was in there for primary cares.
You
gotta wait 6 months, something like that, to get it.
Make sure they're taking on new patients, and then you actually have to schedule an appointment. I'm like, this is all such a hassle to do. And I hate taking off of work.
One of the worst things I had to do as an adult was make my own appointment for those things. And I'm like, bro, why do I have to do this?
I don't even want to go.
When my mom used to do it all when I was a kid, I was like, your dentist or your doctor visits. I'm like, I gotta do this now.
Yeah, it's not fun, but yeah, we got to do that. That's another thing that I probably got to make sure that I do is get all of my checkups done this next year.
Especially as you get older.
Yeah, especially as you.
I think I gotta get a prostate check here soon. They're like 40 years old.
I think that's probably when they start doing that.
Jesus Christ, I'm not looking forward to that.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's that fun.
No, I hope a woman can do it though. That's a little weird.
I'm not sure. I think mostly men are probably going to be doing that, buddy.
Yeah, so not looking forward to that. So GG's in the chat.
Either way, that's a very vulnerable place for some random woman to be poking around and literally.
I mean, it's just like guys are gynecologists.
I mean, but barely, right? That's not really that crazy common.
Yeah, I don't know. Make sure you guys go to your dentist. Shout out Dr. G. Go to your chiropractor too. Dr. G's chiropractor does everything over there. Shockwave, acupuncture, cupping, hyperbaric, massage chair, adjustments, all the fun.
All that fun stuff.
He works on a lot of NFL players, Bucks players, so he is the real deal.
Haha.
You guys like that?
I get it.
All right. And then his wife is a dentist, so make sure you use her for all your dental needs.
You know what office she works at right now?
No, she quit her last office when she had the kid. So when
Okay.
she goes back, it's going to be in her own practice.
It's her own thing.
From last time I heard. So yeah.
Okay. Well, if
I'll
she's
get the
looking for an
information.
assistant, let me know. I know a dental assistant.
Who?
Vidalia.
Oh, she is a DA?
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I usually go to them to get my cleanings.
You know who was a DA?
No. Please enlighten me on who.
I'll tell you when we get off.
Okay. All right. Gotcha.
Any other final thoughts? Yeah, I guess for me, my final thoughts is January is always a time people get excited to lose weight. At least that's one thing that I kind of just stay consistent with, is always in the gym. But January is a time people get super excited to like create new goals, lose weight, whatever it may be, eat healthier, break up with your toxic behind boyfriend or girlfriend. Like, we have all these new goals and stuff, and then by the time we get to the middle of the year, we don't really reflect on what's going on, and then we get to the end of the year like, okay, I didn't do this and this, so just regroup, write them down, get focused again, and just know like everybody is doing things at their own pace. It took us, the first time we talk about having a podcast, probably didn't actually start our first episode for 2 to 3 years after the original idea, and we had agreed on doing it.
We also didn't have any money at the time.
Yeah.
It's part of it.
And it's like these first even started when we were doing IGTVs. So if you guys want to know how old I am, we were doing IGTVs when Black Lives Matter first became a thing, and kneeling for the national anthem was a thing. And whatever else we were talking about, the Pizzagate conspiracy theories,
Wayfair,
when Jada Pinkett Smith cheated on Will Smith and brought him on her podcast.
Oh yeah.
And he was crying. You know, we started that with the August Augustus song.
August Alsina.
Oh, August Alsina. Oh yeah, with the song I Love It.
Yeah.
So like this is the idea started of this years and years ago, and then we're like, hey, podcasts are a thing. Let's do a podcast. And 3 years later, we're doing it. And then we've been doing it for over a year.
You know, we'd be rich right now if we started back then.
Maybe, right?
Because during the COVID era, that's when podcasts took off.
Yeah,
we missed.
But
hey, but we're here
we're
now.
Still gonna do it
in our timing.
We still, you know, that run your own race, and I catch myself comparing myself to where other people are at all the time, and I'm just like, man, I feel so behind. 32 and they got this, and I was like, I don't even have a girlfriend or a kid, or I'm not married. But it's like, your life, you're living someone else's dream someone across the world or whatever, third world country. Like, somebody somewhere looks up to what you do in your life. So be thankful for the life that you're living, and just know everybody runs their own race. So just focus on your lane.
For me, final thoughts as we go into this new year, guys. I mean, obviously, same sort of thing of making sure that you have a clear direction in mind. Obviously, we know that not everything goes as planned, and it will not always goes as planned. And there's a little bit of comfort in knowing that it most likely will not. But it's also important to at least have a goal and a direction that you're going into. 2026 can be a very, very good year. And I hope that it is for most people. Figure out what you want to do, invest a little bit. I think that one thing that we didn't talk about today, but that we, make sure of is your finances. Whatever it is that you have, everybody's in kind of different brackets here. But make sure that you figure something out that's productive to do with that. Figure out something that's productive in your creative life as well. And then find something that brings you joy. If you didn't do anything that brought you joy this year, I challenge you to do that next year, because I think the more things that you do that bring you joy will help you in those other aspects for the things that are more business and more mundane. Those will be the things that are gonna kind of be able to keep you going on those times where you don't feel like it at the end of the
Amen.
day.
Amen.
Set up your own incentives as long as you're not indulging too much in it, and figure out what works for you. I think we're all on a journey here together. We both, Brandon and I, have multiple platforms that we're trying to grow all at the same time. And as we figure this thing out, I'd love for you guys to figure your thing out. Maybe your thing can help our thing. And if that's the
Maybe.
case, we need to talk.
Let's talk
you
about
know,
it. Let's talk about it and talk about your relationship.
and let's talk about your relationship. I think maybe that's what we need to do next year, Brandon. Is that, and for our thing, we need to build a
be
team.
therapists.
Well, that
Be
we could,
therapists for people and have them come talk to
we
us.
should go get licensed and be therapists. But that's going to take some time,
Couple years.
a couple years. But I think that,
And you have client confidentiality, so we can't air their business.
oh yeah, that
So
won't work.
technically it wouldn't work.
We
So,
just need you to come here then. Thanks. So I'm not going to call myself a therapist.
yeah.
But I think finding some people that you can call some sort of team to have around you, people who are going to hold you accountable, people with the same interests, are going to help you do the thing that you're trying to do. That's one of the things that I'm trying to do on the music side, is network a little bit more. One of the things that we're trying to do here, obviously, find more people to help us with the things that we don't want to do.
Yeah.
And
Always
make life a little bit easier all around. But yeah, that's where I'm at.
Amen. All right, chat. We appreciate you guys hanging out, listening, and we will see you next year.